at the moment, things are very heated in this battle between Laxus and Erza. And one of the aspects about it I think is really nice to tell is that Erza knows that Laxus is generally more powerful than her. He is considerably stronger, not unbelievably to the point where she can't do anything, but she's aware that he is more powerful than she is at the moment, so she's trying to work around that. Now, having her swords been enchanted by Wendy in order to have Natu's fire and Grey's ice, and I know I've seen some people talk about, translation said that Erza learned how to do it. That's not true. That's a mistranslation. Wendy was the one that put the enchants on her sword, because otherwise, then why would she need her to put Dragon Slate magic on if she knew the enchant herself? It's silly. But how is Erza going to defeat Laxus of all people? Someone that she knows is stronger than her, someone that was already beating her before he pulled out this Red Lightning Dragon mode. And I think the best way to do it without in any way causing fault to the fans, because Laxus is very popular. Laxus is one of the most popular characters in this series. And though Erza is strong, I think she's capable of defeating Laxus at some point. I don't think that time is currently, the point where she can. I think the way that would be the best for Laxus to fall is to have Jellal take seat next to her and have a tag team match against Laxus. So at the moment, I could easily say, well, Laxus could be more powerful than Jellal right now. Personally, I think that Laxus, though stronger than Erza, isn't as powerful as Jellal, because Jellal, Laxus has straight, I think, raw firepower, but Jellal has a much larger arsenal. Meteor has been displayed faster than Laxus's, Dragon Lightning coat. And, he's just got all around, I think more tactics than him. But until Jellal rather shows up some new technique, something to kind of match the boost that Laxus is getting from Red Lightning Dragon mode, because the thing about Red Lightning Dragon mode is the more he bleeds, the more powerful he becomes. He's basically a berserker at this point. And until he shows something like that, some big upgrade, then Laxus should, as position-wise, be above Jellal. And how could you have Laxus then losing this? If you have Erza and Jellal team up, because we know, even though that Jellal's mind has been, tweaked by the White Witch, he still holds, his care for Erza very strong, and he's willing to fight Laxus even in this, mind-altered state. And one thing that I think is really well established that would work in this scenario, well, I can't say it was well set up. It was long set up that would work well now, is in Dragon Cry, which is canon. Erza uses Grand Chariot, which the speculation, during the year time skip between Tartaros and Alvarez, she learned it from Jellal. We still don't really know why or the exact details of how she learned it from Jellal. At what point was this? During this? And again, why would she want to learn it? But she hasn't used it since then. And I think it would be really nice to have them use some, double Grand Chariot against Laxus. That would be really sick. Or maybe, he puts Grand Chariot, maybe, shoots it down and it gets on one of Urza's swords or something, since it's already been enchanted, and then gets that slash off. I mean, that would be cool. I think the double Grand Chariot would look much cooler. Or just, both of them putting the power in it to take out Laxus. I mean, that's a pretty logical way to have them go down. And I know there's other stuff going on right now, Lucy and Kyle are trying to take out, they're trying to figure out how to defeat Mira, Elfman, Scullion, and Madmole, so they can put Mira and Elfman cards. I think they're in a bad spot because they're very much underestimating Scullion. I mean, Madmole is one thing because he's all defense. He's probably much easier to deal with, but Scullion is much more dangerous by a higher degree. And then you got Wendy versus Neva, which is an interesting fight in and of itself, which I am looking forward to seeing more of. But right now the focus is on Laxus and Erza. So The whole battle between them has been really well depicted. It's had a lot of really nice choreography. It's had a lot of really good moments at both spotlighting Erza and Laxus at the same time. And I just really like to see that push forward for Erza and Jellal in this as well. Because I know, I'm not a huge fan of shippers. There's the gap between shipping and shippers. Like, shippers don't really care too much about the plot and the likelihood of the characters pair up. They just want to pair characters up just because. Like, shipping, I think is more of, the logical and potential ships. And obviously, Erza and Jellal are, they're pretty much canon. I mean, really all that's left is for Jellal to stop being so hard on himself and, realize that he's good enough for Erza. And I think a double Grand Chariot would really both make sense story-wise of how to beat Laxus, but also, help push them forward. Because, I mean, Natsu and Lucy are getting closer. Gray and Juvia are borderline up. Gagio and Levy are pretty much set in stone at this point. So, we'll see in that aspect. I mean, that aspect of what's coming up is going to be really exciting just because of the potential that it holds of both how Laxus is going to fall, but at the same time, what exactly it can mean for Erza, and like I said, with Jellal on top of that. I mean, he could get out, and it's not like it would be like, well, how does he get over there? How does he get over there in such a short span of time? Just drops meteor and just flies over there. He's consistently shown to be extremely fast, and obviously flight with meteor as well. Anyway, comment below, tell me your thoughts are and what you think is going to happen in this prediction. I would like the next chapter to be more focused on Erza and Laxus. I don't want to peer away to see what anyone else is doing right now. Obviously, there's, like I said, other stuff going on, but I think this is the priority right now since it's in pure intensity at this point in the fight. Other than that, thumbs up the video from the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. From that, I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.